Good evening. Welcome to Sonnenberg Gardens and Mansion State Historic Park. I'm Dave Hutchings. I'm the executive director here. And this is actually our 20th year of doing Mansion Mysteries. So let's give them a round of applause. So we've had volunteers who, I don't know, maybe they started their career in theater in kindergarten, but none of them really have gotten past like 12th grade with their theater work. Okay? So, but they've been working for about 6 weeks on this show, and it should be a lot of fun. There will be a murder in the house, but it's none of you. that helps, right? Yeah. So our first year we played Clue, and I was like the inspector, and we went door to door. So we've come a little bit further than that, not too much, okay? So just trying to manage expectations. But tonight is the mystery of the Crimson Crow, and it should be a lot of fun. So if there is an emergency, the way you came in, we hope you can get back out, okay? So it would be to the left or to the right, as well as, way back when, they didn't have these things. So if you have one, if you could just put it on silence or vibrate so that everybody can enjoy the show. So, all right, without further ado, the mystery of the Crimson Crow.
Returned for more mystery and mayhem. Let's have a show of hands for the returning guests. And I see some new faces in the mansion tonight. Let's welcome the newcomers. Speaking of newcomers like moths to a flame, another group has come to stay in the mansion despite the misfortunes of the previous inhabitants. One of them will meet their doom within these walls. Welcome to the mystery of the Crimson Crow!
Spending some time here will revitalize you. It certainly has been an uplifting experience for me.
I can see that.
Oh, darling, Hollywood can be so cruel. You just give it some time to blow over, and the next scandal will simply wash it and bring you right back into the spotlight.
I certainly hope so.
Oh, I'd like you to meet Lydia, a family friend. She's an artist, and she's here to be inspired by the grandeur of the mansion and the gardens.
I am headed out to capture the sunset over the fountain on the western edge of the rose garden.
Oh, that's a fabulous place.
That is actually called the...
And this is Victoria Bennett, the famed historian Dr. Cromwell's intern. They sent her to stay with us and help me discover all the mysteries of the mansion. You see, we've been trying to revive the grandeur of this old place. Oh, if only the rest of the town understood the magic and the history that's within these walls.
Don't get her started. We'll be here all night listening to her go on about the mission's glory days.
And this treasure is Elfie.
Hear that, Vicky? I'm a treasure. A real life human status symbol for a real life her us.
Never mind, Elfie. He's always like this. But he simply adores me. Don't you, Elfie?
Of course, darling.
Elfie here is a descendant of the Clark family, somehow or other.
Yes, somehow.
Well, I hope you don't mind, but I invited my hypnotherapist to join us soon. She helps me with my anxiety and aversion to basically everything.
No trouble at all. Charlie will take your things upstairs. Charlie?
Yes, madam.
Charlie, would you take her things upstairs, please?
Certainly, madam. Miss Delacroix. Your coat, please.
Thank you, darling.
This evening, we're continuing our research to uncover the mysteries of Sonnenberg.
And we are all very excited.
Yes. Vicky, here is the diary of Jordan Folger that I discovered when I was at Vassar. Oh, it inspired me to purchase this place. Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, George Folger helped amass and oversee the largest collection of Shakespeare material in the world. This should be interesting.
We are now entering Sonnenberg Mansion, the former home of Mary Thompson and the current home and passion project of the celebrated philanthropist Lady Penelope.
Evelyn, you've come at the perfect time. We're about to uncover the secrets of Sonnenberg Mansion. Oh, everyone, this is Evelyn Hart. She's covering my story for Vanity Fair.
Excuse me, have we met?
Hello, Delacroix. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. So tell me, are the rumors true?
No, darling, the truth is much more scandalous.
May I read the diary?
I just saw someone being dropped off at the front entrance. Is there another new arrival? Someone with interesting features?
Evelyn Hart, Vanity Fair.
Heart and flair. Marvelous.
May I continue reading the diary?
Yeah, go ahead, I'm rolling, but read us something juicy like an affair with the gardener.
More like, Sarah stole another skunk to serve his kitchen. Those fools.
I'm afraid it is nothing like that. After hearing of Mary's generous donation of an entire library to our alma mater, I had to pay her a visit. True to form, Mary was quite demure about the whole thing, insisting she would donate the building. And the library is nothing without books. It was lovely to meet her sister Zilpha.
I'll take it from here, darling. Thank you. Evelyn. Although I was there to celebrate our transition from college students to extraordinary widows, I was mesmerized by the statue of the Buddha in the Japanese garden. It had an otherworldly presence. Mary was quite proud of the acquisition. She noted that it was a real circus getting it up there, but she felt it was an enduring piece that would be enjoyed for many ages.
Well, I certainly enjoy it.
It's my turn. Oh, of course. Although I risked overstepping my bounds, I told Mary and Zilpha that I heard there were real mediums out in those parts. I asked if they would be interested in reaching out to one of them to get their read on the mysterious Buddha. Zilpha was quite enthusiastic. She said that having this mysterious artifact from the other side of the world, it was imperative that they decode the mysteries it holds. And she knew just the medium with the power to bring forth the spirits.
That does not sound like something Mary would approve of.
can be the talk of the town. We simply must find a way to make more spiritual inquiries and discoveries.
Absolutely, madam. Although I must say, this place does have a way of keeping secrets.
Secrets and dust, if you ask me.
Many of the previous owners have reported seeing visions of Mary Thompson's ghost, as well as other spirits. Perhaps tonight, Harlow's hypnotist can help us get in touch with the other side.
Possibly, but I'm not very excited about it because I do not believe in simple spiritual inquiries. But I do mean the chance to learn more about Mary Thompson is intriguing. Let's see.
Come on, darling. Let's get you settled.
I think that's a grand
After you, please.
Oh my gosh, this journal is incredible! This is Mary Thompson's journal, and it corroborates some of George's story and details so much about the mansion's history and the missing jewel of the Buddha.
Oh, come on, Vic. You don't actually believe in all that nonsense, do you?
Well, this story is sensational, and sensational stories sell.
I mean, looking at it in a different light, Dr. Cromwell did teach me to not believe in spiritual, let's see. Dr. Cromwell taught me better than to get involved with conspiracy theories. That's what ruined the History Channel.
The human mind is a fascinating thing. Sometimes what we believe can become our reality.
Who are you supposed to be? Are you another strange you and bauble leaving Penelope's collection?
This is Dr. Harriet Fenwick, the hypnotist. She is here to treat Harlow's everything.
Hear that, Vicky? Another doctor, just like your boss.
Fenwick is no colleague of Dr. Cromwell. She is a quack, a snake oil salesman.
It's okay, Vicky. Tell us how you really feel.
Alfie, I swear.
And quite well, I might add.
Perhaps the young Miss Bennett could benefit from developing some relaxation techniques after spending too much time with the stiff-necked Dr. Cromwell. I think I'll go look around for Harlow. Good evening.
I am doing actual work! Digging through these journals and looking for historical data. Like this. Mary wrote about her sister Zilpha's obsession with the Buddha. She believed it held mystical powers. But there's a warning that the jewel would suddenly go missing.
The jewel is missing. It has been for decades.
And the theft of the jewel would cause a curse on a future relative of Mary Thompson and murder.
Does that scare you, Elfie?
So, oh no, the ominous omen. I'm already despairing just hearing about it.
Don't worry, Elfie. We'll make sure to engrave that warning on your tombstone when the jewel inevitably kills you. Ooh, the sort of dark, juicy stuff you just want to eat up.
Great. Now my inevitable curse riddle will become entertainment for the masses. I'm going for a nice walk. Maybe to the Japanese garden.
Let's find a comfortable place for you to lie down and we will get started.
Are you about to perform hypnosis on her right in the drawing room?
Of course, the feng shui in here is perfect for her.
I'm out.
And I'm ready, Dr. Fenwick. I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming. Hello, darlings. I'm ready for the hypnosis.
So be I.
Let's begin. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. Then exhale slowly. With each breath, allow yourself to become more relaxed. Feel the tension leaving your body with every out breath. Imagine yourself walking along a peaceful path. With each step, you descend deeper into relaxation. Counting down from 10 to 1. Feel yourself becoming more deeply relaxed with each number. Visualize a serene path with gentle fountains bubbling. The moon is high in the sky, and the soft breeze caresses your face. In the distance, you see a beautiful bird flying against the night sky. The bird leads you across stone, fiber, and wood to find your true purpose. As you watch the bird, imagine all your cares, worries, and anxieties attaching themselves to it. With each breath, they leave your body and transfer to the bird. The bird then carries them far from you, leaving you feeling lighter and more at peace.
Oh, beautiful night bird.
Now, in this state of relaxation, affirm to yourself that you are calm and in control. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more confident and secure. Your mind is clear. Your body is relaxed. When you're ready, slowly count up from 1 to 5. With each number, become more aware of your surroundings. At 5, open your eyes, feeling calm, refreshed, and anxiety-free.
Am I better now, Dr. Fenwick?
Of course, Harlow, you are much better now.
Thank God, because I am starving.
Shall I have dinner brought to the dining room?
Charles, don't you know we don't eat dinner anymore? Perhaps, though, you may have some tapas?
Very good.
That was fascinating, Dr. Fenwick.
Not as fascinating as you, Lady Penelope.
Oh, stop. Would you like to take an evening stroll through the gardens?
Certainly.
Okay.
Can I go with you?
Oh, I'll catch up with you later, Adeline.
So, Lydia, what do you make of all of this? I think they are all perfectly insane. And you, most of all, you must stay here with us. You and I will document the madness together.
So tell me, how did you meet Lady Penelope?
Well, our families have been friends for years, but the really interesting story is how I came to stay here. It was the pinnacle of my career, but apparently it was too much for the Manhattan police to handle.
I'm sorry, Alfie, but this is what it says. After the medium revealed that the theft of the jewel would cause a curse on a future relative of Mary Thompson and a murder, Jordan and Zilpha did research to prevent future calamity.
And exactly what kind of research are you talking about?
They found some references that correlate with the Crimson Crow, and some of the artifacts last year in Sonnenberg. The Buddha is from the 12th century Japan. The designer Kei Wadamori chose it because its period emphasized personal salvation and faith.
Is that what I really need, Vicky? Salvation?
They discovered a reference to a crow in the Jataka Tales, which are a collection about the previous lives of the Buddha. In one of the stories, the Buddha appears as a crow to exemplify virtues and teach moral lessons of karma and rebirth. The story is a cautionary tale about greed.
What does this have to do with us today?
Zilpha wrote her in her journal that she would leave a trail of breadcrumbs to keep future residents safe from their own greed. She called it the path of the Crimson Crow.
This is not.
But if we can save you, Alfie, wait!
3 hours later, the residents and guests are disturbed by a shocking event.
I'm afraid it's too late. He is gone.
Get your hands off him, Dr. Franz! Call the police!
Why, how are you? I'm Detective Beauregard Buford Shaw, and this here's my partner, Jolene Blunt. We are here in response to a 1067 that was reported at this very address. To whom should we speak regarding the recently deceased?
What was that, darling?
What he's trying to say is, who can we talk to about, the Vic here?
Oh, well, that would be me.
Oh, well, bless your heart. So, would you mind please telling us the sequence of events that led up to the, expiration?
What he's trying to say is, what was going on before he ended up like that?
Oh, well, first there was Harlow's hypnosis, and then the doctor and I went for a walk.
Alleged doctor!
Don't forget about the curse you read about in the journal.
Should I say something? Okay. There are things in this world that we cannot explain. We must follow the clues, no matter where they take us.
Are you recording?
Evelyn Hoff from Vanity Fair. Pleased to meet you, Shop.
Put that thing away!
Oh, now I do believe this is fixing to be an unconventional investigation.
And I think what you're saying is that these suspects here, they're all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Don't worry, Lady Penelope. I'll get him out of here discreetly.
Oh, thank you.
Just can't seem to find good help these days. Well, now we're all here settled in, we would like each of you in turn to describe your reason for being in the mansion this evening and your whereabouts at the time of the incident.
Yeah, let's start with you, lady.
Me?
Yeah, you. Who are you and what was you doing when Charlie there got his ticket punched?
Well, I am Lady Penelope Worthington, and I grew up in Manhattan to a wealthy family. And like Mary herself, I attended Vassar College and...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Listen, lady, we don't need your life story. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
Well, as I was saying, I purchased Sonnenberg to restore it to its former glory.
And at the time of the incident?
Well, I went for a walk with Dr. Fenway, and then I retired for the evening. Though I must have had trouble sleeping, because when I heard the noise, I was out on the veranda and I was stargazing. Oh, sorry, where was I? Oh, yes, I entered the library doors, through the library doors, and there I saw Dr. Fenwick, and she was reading in one of the chairs.
That is correct. When Lady Penelope retired for the evening, I went immediately to the library to immerse myself in the impeccable collection of diverse literature.
And who are you supposed to be?
Dr. Harriet Fenwick, licensed hypnotherapist. I am here to treat Miss Delacroix.
As in Hollow Delacroix?
Miss Delia Crux. I didn't even recognize you.
I'm sure.
You might want to check those credentials, detective. I highly doubt Fenwick is a PhD.
Yeah, sure. We'll get right on that. And who are you?
Victoria Bennett, intern for the illustrious historian Dr. Cromwell. And if you want to solve this case, you will need to understand the history behind our current situation. In some of Mary's journals, I found warnings about the curse of the Buddha and murder, which, as you can see...
Are you insinuating that Miss Mary Thompson herself predicted this very murder?
Hold on now. Now, Mary Thompson, now she was a great woman.
And a prominent good deed doer.
This city wouldn't even be here without her. So all of you just better be careful what you say next.
It involves her sister Zilpha as well. I didn't want to believe it either, but I found solid evidence that corroborated the connection. I've been studying the journals of Zilpha Bacchus, Mary Thompson's sister, who describes a meeting with a medium by the name of Madame Zelda.
I think you may have fallen asleep playing Nintendo.
May I go on?
Sure.
During the seance, this medium warned them that the jewel of Buddha would be stolen, enacting a curse that would involve a murder and a future family member of Mary Thompson. But she did not say when, what family member, or who would be murdered.
We don't deal in the supernatural, darling. We deal in the natural, as in, naturally there's been a murder.
You think? Listen, this ain't the first time I've been called to this address. Mm-hmm. It ain't.
I do recall last year at this time, I think we did the same thing.
Mm-hmm. We sure did, yeah.
I think it's because of the Crimson Crow!
Oh, yoy, the what?
Well, actually, she is correct for once. During the seance, Zelda mentioned the Crimson Crow. And in the journals, Zilpha was obsessed with the Crimson Crow. She believed the curse and the murders would continue until we, and I quote, follow the path of the Crimson Crow.
I don't know. Are you buying any of this?
I don't know, partner. This is starting to smell fishier than a catfish laying out in the hot Alabama sunshine.
Are you sure it's fish?
Are you sure it's fish, detective, and not fowl?
The thing is, I think I've uncovered the first clue. It's right here in the journal, next to the symbol of the Crimson Crow. Won't you hold this? Thank you. I am a quiet place where leaves dance, yet not a leaf upon a branch. Water sings without a voice. Here you ponder life by choice.
It could refer to the library. Sometimes the pages of a book are referred to as leaves.
There are leaves on the wallpaper in some of the rooms and on some of the carpets too. Considering the era, most of this decoration is outstanding.
It's tea. What? Tea? Yes, my tea leaves are always dancing and they are not on a branch. And I love to ponder the mysteries of life as I gaze at them while they steep. The tea house. No one has been inside for years, but as the current owner, I can get us inside.
Forget about the tea. I do believe I'm going to need a cup of the Kentucky coffee for this one.
Yeah? And me? I think this calls for an investigation.
Well, partner, we can't very well leave these fine folks left unattended, especially since one or more of them is a cold-blooded, heartless killer. How's about I take the Riddler here and anybody else that we've already investigated and go check out the tea house, and you remain here and grill the remaining suspects until you can bleed a confession out of one of them.
Can I come too?
No way. You are here with me.
But I solved the riddle.
Exactly. And that makes me even more suspicious. Now sit down.
Come on.
All right then, Miss Smarty Dance. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Lydia Prescott. My family and the Worthingtons have been friends for generations. I felt I needed to get out of the city for a little while, so I came to stay with Penelope. I'm an artist.
Now what did I say about the life story? Just tell me what you was doing when Charlie here bought the farm.
Oh. I was in the dining room painting a portrait of Evelyn eating an apple.
I suppose, ma'am, it's not that symbolizes...
Well, her last name is Hart, which in Greek mythology is represented by the apple. Ever since Eris, the goddess of discord, threw a golden apple amongst the gods, inscribed with "to the fairest," leading to a dispute between Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite as to who was the fairest, indirectly causing the Trojan War. The apple represents the start of conflict, driven by greed and pride.
Good to know. Sure. So, Miss Hart, can you corroborate her story? Oh, boy.
Tell me, are you planning a move to the front of the camera?
Is that jealousy I hear? Hello? Or should I call you Athena?
Call me what you like, but may I remind you and everyone that I am the only one in this house, mansion, that has a Cannes Film Festival award. Thank you very much.
All right then, Ms. Delia Crux. And exactly where was you during arts and crafts time?
Moi? Well, if you must know, I was in my room sleeping, soundly, may I add, when all the commotion began.
She needs her beauty sleep or her next award will be a SAG award.
All right then, wise guy, and who exactly are you supposed to be?
My name is Alfred Clark, but most people call me Alfie. I found out recently that I am a descendant of William Clark himself, and as such, caught the attention of Lady Penelope, and then she added me to her collection of human oddities, with which she has decorated her new home with.
Yeah, but
during the unpleasantness, I was up on the balcony of my room, of course, getting some fresh air before bed.
Can any of yous corroborate?
No, I was in my room, alone.
Oh, he is so lying. How devilish.
We found the next clue.
I don't know, something about this just don't add up. And I just found out this guy here, he's lying.
Alfie does a lot of things. Never mind that. This is important.
Listen, we went all the way to the tea house, and beneath a stone there was marked the Crimson Crow.
When you lift up this stone, the tea house starts shaking. The giant boulders start chasing back to the mansion. So we all start running.
No, nothing like that at all. Just tell us the clue.
Through corridors where whispers fade, past doors where light has scarcely played, a room once paced by silent shoes, where secrets kept are old news. Seek the room at corridor's end, where once resided a silent friend.
All of the quarters in this house have excellent natural lighting.
You can paint by natural light at most any time of day.
We hear clomping.
So none of you guys wear silent shoes. You go clomping around the house. May I add, not silently.
Well, they're referring to the servants. They must move about the mansion quietly. I should know. My mother was a housekeeper in a place just like this, and we needed to move about silently as not to disturb the aristocracy.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling.
Oh, don't be sorry. I have so much help now. I can make as much noise as I like.
So it sounds like we're looking for the servants' quarters.
I know just the place. On the 3rd floor, there's a really long corridor that leads to where the servants used to reside. I think if we take it to the end, we'll find the next clue.
Lady Penelope, is your presence required in order to gain admittance?
Because they need you to get in.
Yes, they do.
All right, so they need you to get in, huh? So how's about this time you stay here and ask some questions while I go on a little field trip here with Scary Poppins and the Spirit Squad, huh? And I'll take the doc with me too, huh? And I'll take the 2 art enthusiasts. So that means that you take the movie star, wise guy, and the old historian, because we ain't got her alibi yet either.
But I'm the one with the journal.
All right. So you keep the journal with you while we go look for the clue. I ain't got your story yet either. So, follow me this way.
Well, Miss Vicky, why don't we start with you? I do not believe that we have ascertained your whereabouts at the time of the incident.
I was reading through those journals, of course, and I had more important information, much more vital to the case than my whereabouts. See, this may not be the only murder linked to it.
Hear that, Detective. Vicky has been reading.
So after Mary passed away, her nephew, Emery Clark, inherited the mansion and owned it from 1923 to It all fits. The missing jewel, the curse of a future relative of Mary Thompson, and a murder.
So all of this has nothing to do with me.
Well. I think we have it all figured out. Case closed. Who cares about the deceased help?
It's not like that, Harlow. I didn't mean to.
Well, hold on a second there. My partner says that she believes that you are lying. Now, what would cause her to believe that you're being dishonest?
I don't know. Because those crazy documentarians think I've been lying about my whereabouts during the,
And why do you think they would think such a thing?
I don't know. I do know Lydia's family sent her here as part of the plea after she ran amok in downtown Manhattan, causing thousands of dollars in property damage. She said she was making an ambitious installation piece.
Calm down, Alfie. No one is accusing you of anything yet.
I don't know about that. I heard him outside arguing with Dr. Fenwick.
I was defending your honor, Miss Delacroix. Vicky's right. She's a hack. You're far too great to perform it to be lost in your own audience if that hack will turn to the delicate threads of your brilliant mind.
Next time with feeling, darling.
I do believe I'm gonna need a second cup of Kentucky coffee. Who let this door?
We have located the third clue in the path of the Crimson Crow. We are now rejoining our group in the drawing room to reveal the third clue.
Are you recording again?
We went all the way down to the servants' quarters, and there it was, on a piece of the molding, the Crimson Crow. We pried it off.
Oh, whoa! I pried it off.
Okay. And we found the butler's journal.
This journal is incredible! This is a journal containing notes from every butler Sonnenberg has ever had! I need a moment to examine this. I must admit, Zilpha's idea of having the butlers keep a journal over the years and hide it in a secret panel is clever, even if the prophecy is nonsense. It's such a special way to maintain the history of the mansion.
I don't know, partner. Something still just ain't right. What's your take on the two Utes?
The what? The two what?
What word?
What was that word? The two what?
What?
Did you say Utes?
Yeah, I said two Utes.
What is a Ute?
Oh, two youths.
Oh, now I see. Well, every time we press Miss Vicky for answer, she turn around flip-flops to the pivots to the journal.
Yeah, well, what about our friend Alfie? Now, Lydia says he's lying.
Well, I don't know about that, but what about Miss Lydia?
Oh, every time I talk to her, all I get is a bunch of nonsense.
What's your take on Miss Evelyn?
Oh, I know one thing about her. She would do anything for a good story.
Miss Delacroix X seemed right innocent up until the time she tried to throw Alfie underneath the plow.
Yeah, but now that we know that she's a child of a servant, I'm just saying now that could be a factor too.
What is your take on Dr. Fenwick?
Oh, jeez, she's a quack. All she does is follow real close to Lady Penelope. First Delia Crux and then Lady Penelope.
She does appear to have a powerful hankering to get her hands on their money.
Well, she sure does like to be in the company of wealthy women.
Well, she sure strikes me as a scammer more than a murderer.
Well, like I said before, what about our friend Alfie? Lydia says he's lying.
Do not judge these people too harshly. Individuals react to the shock of events such as these in many strange ways.
Oh no, the pages! They're missing!
What do you mean?
Well, first of all, this is the most complete record of Sonnenberg and the Clark family tree in all of existence. These butlers were amazing. One of them was even named an honorary Pinkerton detective by Kate Warren herself.
How marvelous! But what about the missing pages?
Well, there are two significant omissions. The first is the current generation of the family tree, which should include you, Alfie. The second is just beneath the drawing of the Crimson Crow, where the clue should have been.
Can I still see the crows?
Oh, this is tragic. How will we find the last clue?
Well, it seems like the end of the road for our little treasure hunt. Pity. It was lovely while it lasted.
Well, this story will not sell without a satisfying ending.
You know, though, it may make a decent script. Have you thought about producing fiction?
Just because your crow quest is over does not mean that our murder investigation is over. My partner and I believe that one or more of you is responsible for Charlie's death. And we are not leaving this building until we have ascertained the person or persons yet unnamed who committed the crime.
Yeah, what he said. So, all of yous just cool your jets and have a seat.
There's always this poem I found last night in my room after Charlie was cleaning behind the mirror. I don't know where it came from, but I find it very inspiring. Black as a crow, I sit above the glow, guarding secrets hidden deep below. My wings don't flap, yet ash I catch. Where am I perched in this fiery match?
The fireplace! Don't take the clue!
I get to read the clue.
A house of leaves that never fall, where silent words enthrall, bound in cloth or dressed in leather, knowledge kept from any weather, pass through doors to worlds unknown, in this quiet sanctuary shown.
Dressed in leather. It sounds like an event that I've been to.
One hosted on the Upper West Side.
You know it.
Don't think the leaves are tea this time.
Maybe there's tender books as in the library.
That makes sense. We should go look for the next clue.
Hold on now. There is no way all of yous are running off looking for a clue. 3 of yous will stay with Sharp, and the rest of yous will stay with me so's I can keep my eye on you. But this clue better solve the murder, because after that, we're not spending one more minute on this crow business. You got it?
Sure, darling. I'll go look for the clue.
Oh, no you don't, Holly Go Frightly. You are with me. I got some more questions for you. And the doc, too. Where's the doc? I got a lot more questions for you. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to take Aphrodite over there and Pinocchio with me, too. Yeah.
All right then. Reading Rainbow, Arts and Crafts, Hollywood. You're with me. We're gonna go fetch that canoe.
Wait! You can't solve the crime until the audience has a chance to investigate. It's time to interrogate the
the suspects. Have you followed the clues? Do you know who to trust? Then you must vote whodunit. Leave no stone unturned. When you hear the first bell ring, you have 5 minutes to return to your seats. When you hear the second bell ring, you best be in your seats for the reveal of Mystery of the Crimson Crow.
Okay, does you all remember where we left off? Because I know you've been talking and drinking and all that. So let's just do a little recap to make sure. So I took Holly Golightly and the Doc and Aphrodite and Pinocchio with me.
And I took Reading Rainbow, Arts and Crafts, and Hollywood with me to fetch the clue.
Okay, it just don't make no sense to me. What kind of a journalist sticks around when people start dying?
Famous ones!
Lee, what are you doing?
Doing?
Yeah.
Alfie, why are you on the floor?
You hit me. It was like you were trying to kill me.
Oh my God, Alfie! Are you alright?
I don't know. Am I bleeding?
Let me have a look at you.
We found the next clue. What happened to Elfie?
Lady Penelope whacked him.
Did you get it on camera?
Of course. Tell us the clue.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Well, it's obvious you found your murderer, and they found their clue, and everything's wrapped up, and I do have other clients.
I'm so sorry, Vicky. I wanted to tell you.
Alfie, no!
It's not like that, Vicky. I didn't kill anyone, but it's all my fault. I went to Dr. Fenwick to tell me about my birth parents. While she had me under, she convinced me I was a long-lost relative of Mary Thompson, and as such, convinced me to steal Sonnenberg's treasures for her.
So not only are you a liar and a thief, but you're not even a genuine descendant of William Clark.
No. It turns out Clark is a really popular last name. By the time I realized what was happening, I was already staying here. And Lady Penelope was very kind to me.
Oh, sure she was. Right up until she took a swing at you just now.
Did I really?
Yeah. I'm afraid so.
So what does this have to do with Charlie?
The journal, of course. Charlie would know the truth. If he told Lady Penelope, then Fenwick couldn't blackmail Elfie.
Wait, Harlow, how come you know that?
Yeah, when Hollow arrived and mentioned Fenwick's name, I took the chance and told her my story. She told me about her childhood and where to look for the butler's journal. She was correct. It contained the genealogy information I was looking for.
And, unfortunately, it proved he was just another random.
But I swear I did not take the final clue.
And that's why you decided to get rid of Charlie.
Why would
Cause he's the only one who knew the truth.
Why would I get rid of Charlie? After the hypnosis, I confessed to Dr. Fenwick and told her I knew all about her lies and deceit, and showed her the evidence. She tried to take it from me, but I ran away with it.
I told you they were fighting.
It was more of a constructive conversation.
I told Fenwick if she did not leave me alone, I would tell Lady Penelope everything. Then she said if I did not give her the treasures of Sonnenberg that she had planned me to steal for her, like the jewel and the money from some heist, she would keep messing with my head. It would make me hurt someone. I was scared, Vicky.
How could you not tell me the truth? Especially after a long talk earlier this evening.
I told you he was lying about his whereabouts before the incident.
I have a question. If Fenwick had Alfie here as a pawn, why did she need you, Hollow?
To get into the mansion to check on Elfie, I suppose.
Yeah, but once she got you into the mansion, why didn't she just use you instead of Alfie?
It's not obvious. It's because my mind is impenetrable, unlike poor Penelope. Oh my gosh, Lady Penelope. I remember during the hypnotism, she was hanging on her every word.
Some people are highly susceptible to hypnosis. I did a piece on it once, and boy, did it sell. It's all about the web traffic these days. And the way attention is money.
Well, and Lady Penelope had changed her dress before we discovered Charles.
You know what? I think, Dr. Fenwick, I'm just gonna go ahead and arrest you right now.
For what?
I don't know. But I think we're about to find out.
Are you sure, Detective? Wouldn't you rather have a little relaxation? Maybe a nice stroll through the gardens, feel the breeze on your face, taste the bubbling fountain.
Joe, step out of it!
I'm relaxed. I mean, relax. I got this. Put your hands behind you.
You better got this. I'm gonna go check on that dress Lady Penelope had on earlier.
So, does anyone want to hear the clue? What? We're all dying to know. It's the missing page from the butler's journal with the genealogy information proving Elfie is not a descendant of William Clark. And a full confession from Elfie as to the entire plan.
I hid it there after my consultation, Dr. Fenwick.
That must have been why she spent the night in the library.
And the way she had Lady Penelope try and kill me when you guys started searching there.
And this!
I woke up one day and it was in my hand. I don't even remember where I found it. I must have been in a hypnotic state.
And an old letter.
Let me see that. I hope I have stopped any more blood from being shed in this home in your time. Best of luck. Love always. Zilpha, Athena, Bacchus.
I found Lady Penelope's dress that she was wearing earlier, and there's a stain on here that I am pretty sure has blood on it. I also found a blue dress with a stain on it too, and a cigar right with it.
You can't possibly arrest me for that dress. It wasn't my fault. I was under her hypnosis.
Well, other than the fact it was a fashion or faux pas, I would certainly want to say that there's no way that we would get a conviction past your legal team. They would run rings around us with their hypnotic mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, but you know what? We can all be glad that we're getting this criminal mind off the street. So you are with me. Let's go, Dr. Svengali.
Sure, Detective. Wouldn't you rather give up junk food? Relieve anxiety? Become more confident?
Stuff on me. Oh, no.
Do you need an ambulance, Mr. Clark?
No, I think I'll be alright.
I'll look after him, and if he's not get better soon, we will take him to the hospital.
That very same hospital that was brought to you by the philanthropic Miss Mary Thompson. Do respect her home from now on, won't you all?
Good evening, Detective, and thank you for everything.
Good afternoon and evening, ma'am. Good night.
Okay, Vicky, let's make sure Elfie is okay.
That is, if you still want me here.
Oh, Elfie, darling, of course. I nearly killed you. It's the least I can do. And you even risked falling prey to criminals so that you wouldn't betray me. And it wasn't your fault. You were under hypnosis. It could happen to anyone, you know. You may not be Mary Thompson's family, but you will always be a part of mine.
You are too kind, Lady Penelope.
Truly. Okay, now, let's all get some rest. There may be more lost treasures to find. Tomorrow is a new day. We must continue our quest to restore the mansion.
Thank you for coming to this evening's mansion mystery. Stick around for the Super Sleuth certificate. And now give it up for our cast. Look who's up and about. It's Charlie.
It is good to be back. All right, I want you to give a big round of applause for our scene announcer, Winnie Kid. And let's start with someone who did not try to kill me. Our intrepid intern, Miss Vicky, played by Alexandria Bright.
And let us not forget our spectacularly strange artist, Lydia Prescott, played by Maureen Slug.
The apple of our eye, the camera that never lies, Evelyn Hart, played by Jeannie Vitamin. The secretive Scarlet, Carlo Delacroix, played by Maria Sino. And the young man causing all the trouble, Elfie, played by Jackson Kidd.
And of course, the devious Dr. Fenwick, played by Amy Halliburton.
And we can't forget our wonderful hostess, the phenomenal philanthropist, Lady Penelope, played by Raina Faulkner.
Let's not forget the brave detectives that came to my rescue. That would be Detective Jolene. Jolene Blunt, played by Mo McHugh.
And of course, my steadfast partner, Bo Beauregard Sharp, played by Don Chiquino.
And you could not do a show without lights and sound. And taking care of that for us tonight is Robert the